This is Jeannie from Metal Dollhouse Rescue. Welcome back to my workshop, dear friends. We're going to work on those 1948 T-Cone houses again tonight. My goal for tonight, I don't know, can we get them maybe assembled or partly assembled, get them polished, maybe even finish them up. Let's see how far we go. I've got Grandma here with me, keeping an eye on me and helping me out. Let's see how it goes tonight. Okay, dear friends, my goal for tonight is to get both of these houses polished, and then at least get one of them put together, and the other one I'll have to decide if I'm going to put it together or not. But before I do that, I want to do a little bit of old business, update you on a couple of things. First of all, this is the first floor of the anime house. So the house that was started out in a little better condition. And as you recall, now this looks beautiful. It's in beautiful condition, and it was at the start. But the back of it, if you recall, the back of it was kind of dirty and maybe a little rusty. The other one had a little rust on it, the Bettylee house. Both of those, I've sanded them down, took them outside, wiped them off then, and then took them outside and spray painted them that nice pretty dark green like they originally were. So that looks really good. Another update that I have is I wanted to show you something. Now this is the upstairs floor, and this again is the anime house. And this is the house that has these little corner supports on it, right there. Now I told you that my Bettylee house, when I looked, does not have those. And you can see here that there's actually tabs that hold those into place. And the Bettylee house does not have slots for those tabs. So it never did have those supports on it. But the anime house did, and both of them are there and intact. The other thing that I thought was interesting about that is that the wall that goes under here and under here have slots to accommodate those tabs. So I can tell by looking at it that this must go to the Bettylee house. And here's the one that goes to the anime house. And look, it's got the slots to accommodate those corner supports. I just thought that was interesting that these houses, although they looked identical, they are not. One had the supports and one originally never did have those supports. The other update that I wanted to do was on this bathroom wall, the swan wall. This is from the Bettylee house, and it had some paint removed up here. At one time there had been tape up there, and when the tape came off, it removed the blue. I had trouble matching that blue and getting that to look good. So I ended up repainting just that blue part of this whole wall. So it looks really good now, but I just wanted to tell you that. You can see how nice it looks. And the original swan graphics look pretty good on there. So I'm going to let you watch while I polish these houses. I use this new finish polish, and I'll be doing both houses. I'll do one first, and then I'll probably do the other one off of camera. This wall goes to the Bettylee house, and a couple of things about it is I was missing a total of 4 windows here. And when I looked in my box, I only had 3 windows. And so I put on one of the replacement windows. This window up here I made for myself out of paper. I'm not loving it. I think I could do a better job this next time I make one, but it looks pretty good, and it kind of opens and shuts. It doesn't look bad. It'll be okay for now, but eventually I'll redo that window and it'll look even a little better. This door is also a replacement. This door is made out of paper. It's got 3 layers of paper. It's made from a photo of an original door, and then it's printed on shiny photography paper and then assembled. It's got a straightened out paper clip over here to act as hinges. Now let's take a quick look at the anime house. For the anime house, I did have, I'm still missing one window over here to the right. I think you can't see that, but I do have that window. It's an original window, so I'll get that put in. This is an original door. The hinges were gone from it, so I have fashioned hinges like out of a paper clip in there, so that door does open and shut just like it's supposed to, and it doesn't look too bad. On the outside it looks perfect. On the inside you can kind of see that paper clip. You probably can't see, but up here I do have a paper clip that runs here along that fold. It's wired into place so it won't come loose. But there's a little bit of a bend of the paper clip right there. I put that in there to keep that paper clip from being sloppy and going up and down. But that is an original door. So this anime house is also ready to get polished. I've also pulled both roofs out. They're both in good condition. I got both of these separately on eBay. This one is in, I've touched the paint up already on it. It had a couple of scratches. The other one was in excellent condition. Didn't need any touch-ups. This one has a couple of little dents that you probably cannot see. And because of that, I'm going to call this the Bettylee roof, and the other roof is in a little better shape. Now I'm going to take this chimney off. It is the original chimney, but I'm going to put it on the anime house, and I do have another chimney that I'll put on here. But when I display my houses, I don't like to have that chimney on there because it makes the house a little bit too tall for the shelves. So this one's going to go over to the anime house, and I do have a chimney for this house if I ever want to put it back on there. Okay, I've applied the new finish polish to all of the walls inside and outside for the Bettylee house. Now, and I give it a few minutes to let that kind of dry. So now I'm going to wipe it off with the microfiber cloth. I've got it all polished and wiped off, and it's as good as it's going to be. Now, there were two areas that I did not polish, and one was this bathroom wall. This one I did, and this one I did, but I didn't do this one because, as you recall, I painted that, and that was like the last thing I painted, and I have not Mod Podged that yet. And as a warning, you will want to Mod Podge before you put the new finish on, or before you polish it. Otherwise, the Mod Podge doesn't want to stick good, and it will kind of beat up. So I'm going to Mod Podge that before I polish it, but I will polish it. And the same thing here. I went back and did a little more paint touch up on there. Maybe right along here, you can almost see it. And I want to Mod Podge that before I polish that too. Otherwise, it's clean and polished, and it's ready to put together. All right, I'm ready to assemble. Now, this is my Bettylee house. The anime house has not been polished yet. So here's how I believe I'm going to assemble it. I've got the base floor, the first floor. I'm going to attach the big back wall, or it's actually the front of the house. And these side walls need to go. And this other side wall will need to go right here. And so I'm going to fit those together, and I'll kind of gently tighten them. I don't like to tighten them up real tight in case I want to take anything apart later. Once in a while, if you put something together wrong, or if you wanted to store it or sell it, you might want to take it apart. So I probably won't do the tabs real tight. Sometimes I will use a little Scotch tape to hold them into place while I'm assembling it. But as quick as I get it assembled, I'll pull that Scotch tape off. You never want to leave Scotch tape on your house anywhere that you can see. Now, if you had to put some down here on the very bottom, you could do that. And you could leave it there if for some reason you need to do that, or up on a ceiling. But on any of the walls, inside or outside, you don't want to leave any Scotch tape. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, dear friends, I have this house put together and it is done. Look at how pretty the kitchen is, the master bedroom, the dining room, the bath. Remember how bad that floor was? The nursery, remember it had that big spot over here? The living room. Every wall has been repaired, every floor touched up, and I did get everything Mod Podged. I went ahead and got that floor Mod Podged, and I did this floor in the corner, and I also did, what else did I Mod Podge? Oh yes, this bathroom wall over here. So it is done and is together. I had like 2 issues. One, this wall, some of the tabs are off, so it was loose, but it like friction fits in there, so I'm just going to leave it. It's just fits tight up and down, although the tabs are not there. It's in good shape. Now this one was a little more wobbly. It also has all the tabs gone. It's got one tab down, I think, here at the front. The rest of them are off. So you can see up here there should be a tab coming through, but that tab is broken as well as one in the back. Now what I did, since the other one, this works so well being friction fit, I glued a little cardboard at the top, which will also friction fit this one into place. Now if that's not adequate, I'll add a little more cardboard to it. There is one tab there, and then we'll just let it friction be in there. And if I need another little bit of cardboard at the top, I will, because I can push that out of spot. Takes a little effort, not too bad. Anyway, it looks really nice, and considering this is the Bettylee house, it was the one that needed the most work. There's my fake window up there. Remember, next time I'm going to do a better job on that window. But I didn't get it done yet today. My fake door, it looks really good. Everything is beautiful. All right. Now this has inspired me to go ahead. Oh, I also put one of those hanger bars up here at the top. I didn't have that, so I took a hanger and bent it into shape and poked it into those holes to keep those walls kind of straight. They were a little bit splayed out, so they look really good now. So this has given me courage to get the anime house put together, but it's got to be waxed, polished first. So I'm going to do that probably off camera, since you just watched me do it. Then put it together and then show that to you, and then both of these houses are going to be done. Oh, I know what else I didn't tell you. When I put these together, I just like tightened down one tab on this wall, one tab on the front wall, one tab on this wall. I think I might have done one tab here, maybe one tab here, and maybe one on each side of the roof. So this house is really barely together. You can see the tabs are not bent down. And I did that in case I decide to take it apart for any reason. But it's still sturdy, and I can pick it up and move it. So I'm going to leave it like that, at least for now, just in case I want to take it apart down the road. You can see here that tab is not bent down. I've done very minimal on hooking those tabs permanent. All right, let's look at the anime house. All right, dear friends, I did it. This is my anime house, and it is put together. Now, as you recall, this house was in excellent condition from the start. I did very little in the way of touch-ups. I did a little bit here and there, but there was no major paint missing or major rust or major scratches or anything. And it is just beautiful. These bottom rooms are perfect. They're about as mint as you're going to get. There's just a little ripple on the floor here. Nothing bad. You can see a little ripple there. The upstairs, this is just, you know, it's maybe a little faded, but not crazy by any means. This bedroom floor looks good. I did darken this floor up here at the front a little bit. It was pretty faded, and I darkened that up and went over those lines, so that looks good. This bathroom floor was already in mint condition. Excellent. These walls are very nice. The graphics are there. It is a little faded. That's a very light blue, but you can see the swans on there. And then the bedroom is perfect. The roof looks really good, and there's an original chimney. All the windows are original, and the front door is also original, although as you recall, I attached a paper clip here to hold it. That will work like a real hinge. It will open and shut, but it does have a paper clip there to replace those hinges. So it is in really nice shape. Now, I wanted to tell you, when you put this together, this house is so precision made. It just almost snaps together. You have to feel with your fingers and find where the tabs are and where the slots are, and then they'll just, you know, put them into place, and then it just almost snaps together. It is such a precision little house. I've also polished this house, so you can see the floors are nice and shiny. They're shiny as they're ever going to be or ever going to get. The house is just in beautiful, beautiful condition. It had no missing constructional tabs. this is just, the roof is just propped up here right now. It's not hooked on. The rest of the tabs I did not bend down because I'm going to take this house apart. It's probably going to get sold. It's probably going to get shipped. So I didn't only bent down, I think, 1 or 2 tabs, just enough to keep it together so I could do a video. But the tabs are all there. The only tabs that we're missing is this one has, this wall has 1 tab, I think, on present here on the front on the floor. The back tab is gone, and there's no tabs here at the top, but that friction fits in there pretty good, so I'm not concerned about that one. This wall has got 2 tabs present. The one I think here on the back on the bottom is there, and the one on the top is there also. The ones on the front are gone. I did not hook it on the tabs because I don't want to bend those little tabs down. I want to leave them for the next person. The only other one that was gone is right here. There should have been a tab, and I just fashioned a little piece of metal to put through there to keep that wall from going left and right. And again, the roof is not hooked on. But you can see how beautiful, beautiful that house is. All right, so here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to move both of these beautiful houses, my anime house and my Bettylee house, downstairs because I can get a better video down there. I can put it on a Lazy Susan and turn it around and show you the front of the house and so on. Oh, I also put a stabilizer bar up in here in the bathroom that I fashioned out of a hanger just to keep those walls in place. Now again, this house, I have not bent the tabs down. I think 2 of them I bent down just to hold it together enough so that I could show you this house, put it together and show it to you. But I'm going to take it downstairs so I can do a better video and show you the front and show you the inside a little better with a little better lighting. But both of these houses have just come out beautiful. I always say my favorite house is the one that's currently on my work table. Well, that's the case here. These houses were both my very favorite houses, and they are just lovely. And there's grandma and grandpa down there, and honestly I think grandma would like to move into this house. Now this house can use either 124 furniture, or it can use, it's big enough, the rooms are big enough, it can use 116. It's a little bigger than the 1951 house, and it will easily accommodate 116 furniture. Okay, dear friends, I'm gonna let you go for now, but I will take this house downstairs and show you a better video of it. What am I going to do next? Well, I have let my boxes pile up, so I'm going to do 1 or 2 box opening videos, and then we'll think about what house we're going to look at next. As always, thank you for joining me on my dollhouse journey. Remember, you have a friend in Iowa all the time, and you have lots of friends in our dollhouse group, so I hope you will join us. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.